Shalom. I am going to explain about Alexander in the Holy Bible, Daniel's 8th chapter from first verse. After that first vision, it was in the 3rd year of the reign of King Belshazzar that another vision appeared to me, Daniel. I looked into the vision, and as I looked, I found myself in Shushan, the capital in the province of Elam. I looked at the vision and was by the Ulai Canal. I looked up, and as I watched, there in front of the stream stood a ram with 2 horns. The horns were long, but one was longer than the other, and the longer one came up later. I saw the ram pushing to the west, north, and south, and no animals could stand up against it, nor was there any more that could rescue from its power. So it did as it pleased it and became very strong. Daniel had seen a vision when he was in Babylon exile. Babylon was securely powered at that time. So this vision deals with the Greek Empire, the future of the Greek Empire. Greek was not much power at that time. Daniel was in the Shushan fort at that time. Here ram is a Medo-Persian Empire symbol. Aminus Marcellinus, 4th century historian, he stated that ram was a symbol of Medo-Persian Empire. Persian ruler bore the head of a ram. Ram was national emblem of Persia. Ram being stamped on Persian coins also. Ram is the headdress of Persian emperors. The ram has a power, means Persians has a power at that time. They extended to north side, south side and west side also. No major conquest at east side. Calmet says Persia against the Scythians northward, against the Greeks westward, against Egyptians southward. Greece is symbol of male goat. Its horns are Greek's empire. Goat was a common representation of Greeks. Newton said 2,000 years before Daniel, he mentioned the Greeks goats people because they had so many goats. It is a place of goats. I was by the Ulai Canal. Daniel was at the Ulai Canal at that time. He had seen so many visions. No animals could stand up against it. Means Persian empire was so strong, so powerful, so energetic. Nobody can defeat that empire. Nor was there anyone that could rescue from its power. No nation cannot rescue from the hands of the Persia. It was so strong. So it did as it pleased and became very strong. Persians are very cruel rulers. Persians killed sons before their father's eyes. They ravished many women. They killed infants. They shed blood. Very cruel rule. No nation cannot rescue any king, any nation from the hands of the Persia. Persian empire was very strong. It was beginning to understand when a male goat came from the west. So Alexander was mentioned in the scriptures. Holy Bible clearly mentioned about the history of the life of the Alexander in the Holy Bible through the visions of Daniel, prophet. Greek empire rose with a great speed. Had a notable ruler, Alexander the Great, a notable ruler. The Greek empire had a famous war with the Medo-Persian empire. Greek hated Persians. Persians hated Greeks. So many ancient wars between them. Greek empire conquered the Persian empire. Male goat is Alexander. From the west, Greeks are from the west side. Passing over the whole earth, Alexander gained power throughout the world. He conquered all the world. It has a great speed. Goat has a great speed without touching the ground. No defeats in his life. No defeats in his battle. He is very great king. He was an excellent king. He was warrior. He conquered the world in a short period. Bible mentioned great speed without touching the ground, means no defeat in any land, in any country, in any nation. His feet never touch the land, means great speed, means he is very great conqueror. No defeat in his life. The goat had a prominent horn between its eyes. It approached the ram with the 2 horns, which I had seen standing in front of the river, and charged it with savage force. I watched it advanced on the ram, filled with rage against it, and struck the ram, breaking its 2 horns. The ram was powerless to stand against it. It threw the ram to the ground and trampled it down, and there was no one that could rescue it from the goat's power. The male goat then became extremely strong, but when it was strong, the big horn was broken, and in its place arose what appeared to be 4 horns in the directions of the 4 winds of the heaven. So the fight between the ram and the goat means goat is indicating Alexander the Great and ram is indicating the Persian Empire. war between these two kingdoms. Actually, ram is very strong, very powerful than the goat. Goat is weak when compared to the ram. But what happened here? God has given power to Alexander. He filled him with his power, with divine power. God chosen Alexander the Great. God filled him with his strength. There is a purpose behind of that. So Alexander gained power over Persian Empire. The mighty ram defeated, the weak goat conquered. Maybe people are rich, or maybe people are strong, or maybe people are wealthy, or maybe people are educated, or maybe the people are in good position. Maybe they have many persons to save them. But if the people are against of God, God will change everything. If the goat is weak, nobody to rescue the goat, but God will fill the goat with power. The goat will conquer the ram. Means the weak will conquer the mighty people. The weak will conquer the strong people, because they are chosen by the God. Even King David, the shepherdic boy, conquered Israel country. Like that, it will happen. The ram was powerless to stand against it. So the Persian Empire was powerless before Greeks. God hated Persian Empire. God closed the Persian Empire. God defeated the Persian Empire. It threw the ram to the ground. So Alexander conquered the Persia, and he threw the ram to the ground. He threw the Persian Empire to the ground. Persians lost their wealth. Persians lost their forts. Persians lost their treasure. Persians lost their kingdom. Persians lost their crowns. Persians lost their thrones. Persians lost their people. Persians lost their royal families also. All are defeated in the hands of Alexander, because these Persians had done much harm to the Israelites. These Persians burned the temple of Jerusalem. These Persians ravished the ladies of Israelites. These Persians killed the infants of Israelites. These Persians robbed the treasure wealth of the Israelites. They spoiled the vines. They spoiled the olive trees. They spoiled the fig trees. They spoiled everything of Israelites. Israelites are empty because of Persians. So God judged the Persians because of the blood of the Israelites. Trample it down. Trample it down. Alexander trampled it down. Alexander trampled the Persian kingdom under his feet. It never rise again. It never gain power again. It is defeated permanently. No more Persian kingdom. No more Persian rule. No more criminal rule. No more cruel rule. And there was no one that could rescue it from the goat's power. Alexander was very powerful. No nation came to rescue the Persians. No nation saved Persians. No nation stretched its hand to save Persians. No nation came, because enmity between all the nations. They hate Persia because Persians killed the sons before the kings. They captured the cities. They burned the cities. They burned the royal forts, and they spoiled the lives of queens and princess also. So nobody came to rescue Persia. The male goat then became extremely strong. A male goat means Alexander. He was extremely strong. He was strong in finance. He was strong in war. He was expert in war. He was rich. He was trained. He was gifted. He has millions of soldiers. He has warriors at that time. But when it was strong, yes, Alexander was strong at that moment. So strong. He came to India also. He conquered many countries within short period. No defeat in any country. But when it was strong, the big horn was broken. Big horn was Alexander. So it was broken. He was died in very young age. He led a short life, about 30 years old only. Within these 30 years of life, he conquered so many countries. But it was broken. He was died. He was expired. And its place arose what happened to be four horns in the directions of the four winds of heaven. So what happened at that moment? Four horns arose from this horn. Means Alexander has four journals. These four journals, they shared the kingdom of Alexander between them. Alexander, he had no sons and daughters. He has no heirs. He has no capable own relatives. So the generals conquered the four corners of the world and ruled it. They divided the kingdom into four parts by forcingly. Four generals named Cassander, ruling over Greece and its region, Lysimachus, ruling over Asia Minor, Seleucus, ruling over the Syria and Israel land, Ptolemy, ruling over Egypt. These four generals divided the kingdom of Alexander into four directions. Seleucus ruling the Holy Land, Syria and the Holy Land. Seleucus was Alexander's general, one of the general. Vast dominion. It has cultural power. Greek civilization spread throughout the kingdoms. Greek language spread. Greek culture spread. Greek gods spreaded. Greek's language spreaded. God used the Alexander passion to spread Greek culture, to prepare the world for the gospel of Jesus. Because of Alexander, Koine Greek became the common language of the civilized world. The language of the New Testament was Greek. So, through the power of Alexander, Greek language spreaded in its kingdoms. The New Testament was translated into Greek language. So many Jewish people learned Greek language. They spoke Greek language. Much priority and importance was given to Greek language because they should speak Greek in their territories.